Hi everyone. Not gone live yet on my iPad. Nope, I've gone live now. Hello. Is there anybody there? Oh, wrong way. Hi Jeanette. Got to take my slippers off. My feet are too hot. Hi Joe. Can you both... I can see that it's okay. Can you both hear me? All right. Please, if you just let me know. Let me just... Hi Anna. Got a bit of a frog in my throat, so hopefully... Oh, turned away and you all pop in. Hi Susan. Hi Doreen. Can somebody just give me a thumbs up just to let me know that you can hear me okay? Hi Irene. Hi Georgine. Hi Carol. Hi Paula. Welcome everybody on this fantastic... Thank you Joe. Thank you Susan. Well, isn't it dull and dismal? Well, it is in Peterborough anyway. Pull my sleeves up, ready for action. Ready for action. Oh, good. Fab. Hi, Linda. We'll just wait for a few more people to arrive. I was a bit early. Hi, Elvina. Hearing me loud and clear. Thanks, Georgine. That's all right, Wendy. I haven't started. Oh, dear. And I'm just reading your post. Car broke down early and had to wait 3 hours for green flag. Crikey. Heidi, hi. Joe, I think I need to come back down to Cornwall. If you've had a sunny day, ours has been that miserly rain. Hi Janice, hi Deborah, hi Karen. So as you can see, Phil challenged the design team to do the monthly layout challenge with the new panel dies. So challenge accepted, and I'm going to be doing a Christmas card. Hi Lane. Like I said, I'm really sorry, but I do have a bit of a tickly cough. I was talking to Georgine earlier in the week and I said, I feel as though I'm a dog because every time I cough, I feel as though I'm barking. I know, I'm barking mad. Hi, Kay. Pleased that you got your post today. I am doing the challenge tonight. Yes, Sandra, I am. Hi, David. I've accepted the challenge and I am going to be doing this card tonight, but it's going to be a Christmas card. Yeah, you see both ends of the country. Joe in Cornwall's got sun and Doreen said that it's okay. Right, let's get started. So Phil has said at the beginning of the month, yeah, I know, Linda, I keep having a drink, but it's still there. So I may keep clearing my throat, but you'll have to excuse me. So yeah, Phil is going to do the challenge for one of his lives at the beginning of the month, when he issues it. And he issued a challenge to the design team to create a card using the new panel dies, which he did sneaky peeks on yesterday. Mine are all been put away, so I can't show you. But the one that I'm using tonight, where is it? It's hiding. The one that I'm going to use tonight is the Grand Panels. That's brilliant, David. Whether you stay awake through the rest of it, not to say that I'm boring, but I know Georgine falls asleep, don't you, Georgine? So this is the one that I'm going to be using tonight, and it's the Grand Panels. So you've got 12 dies here, so you have the centre panel and the 2 side panels, and each of them have 4 layers. So you've got the outside one, which is pierced, the next 2 just cut out, and then you've got the one that cuts into the card, and it's got no edges on the side of it. Oh no, Deirdre. Well, I'm just waffling. Everyone needs to add their photo when done to the album. Yes, they do, Sandra. Oh, which other 2 have you got, Elaine? I just think this one shouts trellis. And one of my samples is using it as a trellis. But I thought I would do this one tonight and accept the challenge to do a Christmas card. So let's put that to one side. And where am I going to start? Where have I put my bits? Right, so roughly this is what it's going to look like. Yeah, it's all done randomly, like Karen said. It's a random number generator. Well, Susan, just choose the ones that are your favourites and the ones that you think that you'll use the most. You've had a wee noddy already, have you? Yes, so it does. It reminds me of trellis. That's what I first saw. So this is the card that we're going to be making tonight. So let me slide that off to one side. I've got piles of stuff. One of the limited edition, the leafy ones and the square one. The square one's brilliant. So, base card, 21 centimetres by 21 centimetres. And you cut it 21 by 21. Oh dear, David, you can watch it back. Yeah, so first one at 21 by 21 and the second one at 21 by 22.5, and then you score, score at 1.5 to make a hinge and stick the 2 together. So the base card is 21 by 21. And the next piece that I've got is 20.5 by 20.5. And this comes from the festive foliage. Let me just get the festive foliage, the last release of the Christmas papers. Oh yeah, I love the leafy one. I love that you can. Can anybody else see? Oh no, it's gone. I'd got something in the corner of my screen, but there's nothing there. Yeah, so I like the leafy one because you can cut them apart and use all of the different leaves. So 20.5 by 20.5. And this one, I'm going to go round the edge with Rustic Wilderness Distress Oxide. And I'm going to use a finger dauber and move the card out of the way because I don't want to get that dirty. So I'm just going to go round the edge just to take away that white edge. You'll have your own way of using it, whether it's a brush, whether you use the finger daubers, whether you use a smoothie. Just use whatever you're comfortable with. He's delicious. Have you been eating him, Em? Leafy one, think maybe able to use in an oval. Yeah, maybe. If it was a slim oval. Did you enjoy your breakaway, Karen? Oh. It's all right, something just popped up on my screen. Right, so we'll just go round the edge of this and we're at the beginning again. Hi, Amanda. Oh, is he really good, Emma? Right, base card. So let me get my glue if I can find it. Hello, hello, where are you? Ah, there it is. Just stretching over. That's sound effects for you. Maybe once you see what people make with them, Jo, it'll probably decide you what you're going to get. I mean, some people just have favourite shapes, don't they? So make sure if your paper is directional, that you put it on the right way. So, and because I've just put ink on there, I'm going to put it down on my work surface to smooth it out. The leafy oval, the heart one and the gorgeous lattice. Yeah, it's the lattice one that I'm using tonight, Jackie. Right, so the next one is the one that we've got to randomly stamp. Now this piece, I've got, oh dear Sandra, well I'm sure you'll enjoy the two that you have bought. So this piece is 15 by 15 centimetres and this is the piece that you've got to stamp randomly on. So my random stamp is the big background and it's the Vintage Snowflakes journal page. So I've used this one and I'm not going to put it onto a mount. I'm just going to, now is there any way up? No. So I don't know what colour to use. Think I might use green. Shall I use green? No, I'm going to use red. And the red that I'm going to use is Festive Berries. And this is the oxide. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to add the ink to the stamp. Now I smush over it and then tap it. And it doesn't matter if you get a perfect impression or not. You're not looking for perfection. Yes, it's today's, Leslie. I should say the date at the beginning, shouldn't I? So you're just going to randomly add the stamp around the edge. And you can see here, it just looks lovely, doesn't it? Say randomly, and then I'm going to stamp it all in one go. Oh, lovely, lovely. I'm going to add some more ink, and we only want to put it round the edge as we're going to be covering this layer up. So this was the festive berries. There we go. So just going to get it right on the edge, and then go down the bottom. So you've got a variety of stamps that you can choose from. You've got the big backgrounds, you've got the textures. So the ponka. I'm not sure where ponka came from. The polka dots. You've got. I'm just going to have to angle my light down. That's it. Hopefully you can still see. I've got a new light and it was facing right into my eyes, so I couldn't actually see anything. So that one, there we go. So we'll put that back on there. And I think that was the first time I'd used that one. So let's put that over there. Oh, is it the Scottish meetup tomorrow? I think Georgine is meeting with Kay while she's in Dorset, Kay Rogers. So that will be nice. See, even when you're on holiday, you can meet up with people. So this one is going to be added to the main card, and I'm just going to go round the edge of this one. Just be careful because the ink will still be a little bit wet. You don't want to go transferring that to your card. Putting the ink around the edge just takes the white edge. You can see where I've gone over there. Just takes that white edge away and draws your eye into the centre of the card, drawing you into that image in the middle, or the sentiment in the middle, or the flowers, whatever you're going to make as your focal piece. Now, I love to do this. Some people like to mat and layer, but I just love to ink round the edge to take. Now then, where's my baby wipes? Where have you gone? There they are. So someone will semi-behave. No, Doreen, is behave not in your vocabulary? That's brilliant, Kay. Hopefully you send us a photo. So this is now going to be added to the card, and I'm going to raise that up on foam pads. This light is really shining in my eyes, but I can't have my main light on in my craft room because it because of the overhead camera, it then reflects and puts a shadow. So I can't win whichever way I do it. So when's everybody else's next crafty meetups? I've got to arrange one in Peterborough again. I think we're coming closer to you this time, aren't we, Linda? So you could use glue gel on this, but as we're going to put several layers on top of it, I thought that we needed a little bit of stability. Yeah, homework free. Georgine always sets homework for her ladies when they do the Scottish meetup. Getting some more banging and crashing about, getting some more foam tape. No homework. No. Georgine's setting me homework instead. Aren't you, Georgine? Yes. Yours is on the 12th of November, is it, Em? I'm not sure who organises the ones in Norwich, Wendy. I shall have to have a look. So again, make sure you get your card the right way, although it doesn't really matter with this. So this one I'm going to be putting in the centre, and you can see that it's starting to take shape. And the next one, I'm just putting this in to take the colour away, and I think I'm going to leave this one white, and this one is 13 centimetres by 13 centimetres. That's okay, Linda. I think we sorted out somewhere that we could meet, didn't we? Isn't it a pub closer to you? Oh. So I'm going to go round this in the rustic wilderness. Yeah, Phil set us all homework this month. It'd be lovely if you could enter the challenge to make it worth Phil's while in his busy schedule to set the challenge for you. I mean, the prize is lovely. You get one of the A4, I'm sure it's one of the A4 die sets, isn't it, Karen? Which they're 35, 36 pound. So it's a fantastic prize. So this one is going to go there like that, and I think I'm going to have that one. What did I do with this one? 13 by 13. I think I'm going to have that one flat, because we've got a little bit of dimension, and I know Phil likes to have his mile-high cards, but sometimes it's nice just to have a little bit of flat, then raised. So I'm going to put that one in the middle of there, and you can see that we didn't need to stamp the whole of that, so it's coming together. Right, what's next? So next on here, I have decided to use the, on here it says texture die or grey board. So this is where I'm going to bring in my trellis. Keep saying trellis, don't I? From the grand panels, it's the centerpieces. So the dies that I've used for this one are the rummaging around at the side of me. So it's the largest one, which, can you see that that's got the, let me stand up, that's got the detail round the edge of that one. No worries, Betty. And then the middle one. So cutting them together to create an aperture like this. And I've cut it twice because I want to raise it up, so I want to make it a little bit firmer. So if you put these together and secure them with repositionable tape, then both of them will be the same. So let's stick these together, and I have come across, where's my craft sheet? I was explaining to the DT earlier today. I've got, I called it sawn off, my sawn off pastry brush. So I've cut the bristles down, and then I'm going to put some glue down here like this, and I'm going to fill up my brush with the glue and dab it round the outside. This is not my invention. Somebody else came up with it. My husband came up the other day and he went, "What's that banging?" And he went, "Oh, it's you." So it's just a good way to add glue to your die, and then you can stick them together. I don't know whether comments have frozen, but mine don't seem to be moving. I'm sure you're all commenting away. So you can see there, that's just put a small amount of glue on it, and it's stuck the trellis part together. And because I don't want it to be seen through it, if I put it on the card like that, you wouldn't get a very good, well, you'd see everything that was underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a red panel behind it. And again, I'm going to, no, because this is just round the edge, I'm going to use my glue straight on there. But you can see how the sawn off pastry brush is a good idea for your intricate pieces. And then, of course, we use our stamping block just to hold it down. I know I've taken this out of my kitchen utensil drawer. I'm sure when my husband comes to brush egg onto something, when he's cooking pastry or something, he'll wonder where it is. But hey, I've got it. So this is just one of the smaller shapes that I've stuck behind it. Right, so let's put that. I'm sure you can get them at the pound store or something like that. That's unusual, David. I know there's been lots of things going on with Vodafone and O2 this week, so it might be something to do with that. It's a competition between Georgine and David to see who stays awake the longest tonight. So this one I'm going to, am I going to raise it up or not? What else have I got to put on it? Got to put that on it, so I'm raising that. Yeah, I'm going to. So Or do I? No, I'm going to put it flat, but then you've got the end pieces where you just need to put a little bit of glue gel. So we'll put the glue gel, used to be indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. So, oh yeah, glue gel is still working. It's getting down to the last bit. So just the top and the bottom for the glue gel. And the card that I'm using for this, I should have told you that beforehand. Oh, come on you go. So I'm using, the card here is Imperial Red Luster card. Put that on the floor now, give me a bit of space. And the green card that I'm using is the Forest Green. And that's just the normal card. The red is the Luster card. Me in duplicate, crikey, isn't one of me enough? Mind you, saying that, I have fill-in duplicate on a Monday, because I watch on my iPad and then do the comments on my phone. So, tweezers. Now then, how far in shall we go with this? I'll go there. So make sure that I've got that lined up. So here we've got the new panel dies coming into play. Just making sure that... Okay, Jill. Very nice so far. Hopefully it will be nice all the way through. So, next layer. Because on this one we've got the two flags or banners, it didn't necessarily depict that you'd got to use this shape. It was just two pieces sticking out. So let's put that to one side and bring in this. So this is the side panels from the dies. They've all fallen off. Let me just put them all back. If you could see them, they've all fallen off in my tray. So the side panel, I used the outside one and the inside one together to cut the aperture in the middle of that one. And then I've used the smaller one of the smaller ones, to cut the red panel again, using the same card that I did before. Oh, of course, Linda, you went to the shop, didn't you? Did you see Phil? So let's put some glue around the edge, and then we can use the pastry brush to add it to the trellis work. So then we can glue these two together. Make sure I've got them the right way round. And then you can easily slide them so that you match up the trellis work. So I'm not sure if there are any of them left on the website, but I know there's a bundle for them fill is on Hobby Maker tomorrow at 1 and 5, I believe. So again, I'm going to stick some of the red card on the back so that it's not see-through. And I'm going to cut this piece in half to form the 2 banner pieces. Oh dear. They are, the girls and Karen, they're really lovely. So, how far out do we need this? Let's move this out the way so that I don't put my card on top. Who else takes up loads of space when they're trying to craft? So, I'm going to have these 2, do I have it up like that? So I'm going to have one out there like that, and I'm going to have another one that, so that one can be at the bottom, that can come out like that. Do you talk to yourself as well? So they are going to go like that, and they're going to go on flat, and then we're going to put this over the top. So I think we need it central to that piece, don't we? Yeah, are you all agreeing with me? So I'm going to stick these on flat. You see how adaptive they are. Spice pumpkin latte cupcakes. Oh, yummy. So hold that in place. Yeah, I know. You get the best answers when you talk to yourself. Sometimes it's just nice to have somebody there just to ask the question, isn't it? Better make sure that they're central as they're going to be. So you can see now that we've got the 2 bits out at the side. So we're getting there. So the next piece, what is the next piece that we're going to do? The next piece that we're going to do is the smaller piece on the top. And sorry, that was 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres. And I've embossed it with the poinsettia flourish, and this is 8 by 8 embossing folder. And that was the piece on the top, the embossed layer, brayer over with ink or paint. So I'm going to brayer over with ink, and let's decide what colour we're going to use. So are we going to use the red, but then I've got a red circle to go underneath there, or shall I brayer over with the green? I think green. Thank you. Nice Christmassy colours. So let me just bring it in. Apologies if you get a bit of a glare on it, but I need this to do my brayering. And the green that I'm using is the Rustic Wilderness. Stick that over there because that's where the glare is. And I'm using a brayer. So all I'm going to do is load up my brayer with the ink and then take some of it off and just really lightly go over. And what you want to do, you know the toy cars, where you spin them to wind them up, that's the action that you want to have. You want to come off, go back, come off, go back, spinning all the time. And if you want to make it a bit heavier, just go back over. I know I'm doing it faster, but I am actually lifting. If you don't lift and you just go backwards and forwards without lifting, then you'll get lines, because you can see that there's lines on the brayer. So, good tip. It is a lovely green, isn't it? This is one of my newer ink pads. Right, so put that there. And then I'm going to go round the edge of this one with the Rustic Wilderness. Like I said before, just to enclose the piece of card and draw your eye in to the embossing. So I'm going to put foam pads on the back of this, but I'm not actually going to stick it in place until I know where the circle and the sentiment and the flowers are going to go. And of course I'm doing poinsettias. Red and green on your Christmas cards. No, my brayer doesn't squeak. No. I think that would drive me mad. So, putting foam tape on the back of this. No, Phil certainly squeaks, doesn't it? I haven't got round to getting any of Phil's new foam tape yet. I'm just using all of my old stuff up first. And then I shall get round to using the foam tape. We always have so much in our stash, don't we? Oh, lovely. Oh, well, I'm sure if you speak to Karen, Emma, she can sort that out for you. Oh, such a shame, isn't it? I know sometimes if you don't log in, or obviously if he's doing it from a different account, he wouldn't have your details, would he? So I'm going to leave that. I thought you would, Karen. That's lovely. Oh, I didn't want to put that on, did I? So I'll leave that on the top like that. He says it's the brayer. I'm sure it's him that's squeaking. So I'm going to have that. Which way round do they go? Under there like that. So I think I can put this down. And this is the red luster card again. And I've used the debossed double stitch circles. So that's in place, and I don't think there's anything else I've got to put underneath. So I'm going to put that on top. It's coming along. It's coming along. So now we are going to the flowers. And we've got to shape our flowers. So let's bring this in. Get the ball tool. Where are you? Hello, hello. Found it. And I am using the poinsettias. Which ones are they? I forgot to get them out. Bear with me. So the poinsettias that I'm using are... No, they're not those. They're those. There we go. So the poinsettias that I'm using are the Festive Poinsettia 2. I don't know whether there are any of these left on the website or not. So let's turn them over and give them a little bit of shape. Do you log into an account, Wendy, when you order your products? Because you need to be logged into an account to get loyalty points. So I'm just shaping the back of these with the ball tool just to give them a little bit of shape. And I haven't decided what colour I'm going to put in the middle of them. Whether I use white, we can see when we've got them made up, can't we? And then turn them around the other way and just press it in. We all have our own way of creating the flowers. So let's put that away. And bring in the sticky mat. So put some glue in the centre of them. Yeah, last time when I was on holiday, I just cut loads and loads out, ready to do my Christmas cards. So offset them. It's a good job you're here tonight, Karen, answering all these questions. So once it's dry and when you've got the bits in the middle. So what do we think? Let's put them on here. Try not to get glue everywhere. So these are going to be going here. So do we want... Let's get... I was thinking probably sea green gems or probably white pearls. What do we think? Let's put one in each of them and see which ones we like. So I think the green's going to go nicely, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be the green. Don't like the white with it. Yeah, Wendy, Karen's just said that you're definitely collecting the points. So I think what you need to do is look at your account and amber. I'm not sure amber would work, Sue, because that's orangey, isn't it? No, I want a bit of contrast, so I'm going to go with the green. And these are the, I think I said sea green, didn't I? Green. And I'm going to go with the larger one. And this is where you can push it down and pull the petals up. whilst you're holding it down. Obviously once it's dry you can give them a bit of shape. The green gems, yeah, yellowy orange. So let's put the lid on, and sea glass, not sea green, sea glass are the green ones. So they're all ready to go on there. And then I've got the yeah, you've probably been collecting all of these points, Wendy. So I'm using the foliage, the pierced holly sprigs is what I'm using for these, and they've got that lovely pierced detail around. So all I'm going to do with this is use my pointy nose tweezers and squeeze up, just so that we're making a little bit of shape in them. Not sure whether I'm going to use all of it or whether it's going to be tucked underneath, but I'm going to shape them anyway. And there's just 2 of these, but you can add more foliage if you like. I just didn't want to make it too fussy. So bend this up, and this one, bring the card back in, and out comes the glue gel, and I will add glue gel to the back of the flowers. There's no glitter on this card, but you could add glitter if you wanted to. So I think we're ticking all of the boxes so far. Yes, Wendy. So I'm going to add one in the middle there. On the other side, and I want it overlapping the centre embossed panel. And the greenery is going to tuck underneath. Which way do I want it? I think I want it that way. So I'm going to take the stem off the bottom, just so that it fits nicely underneath. At last. What? Oh, yes. I know what you mean, Wendy. So I'm going to pick that up. And I'm going to pick this one up and put it under there. Making sure that I'm not flattening them down too much. So that's their flowers on. And then I think we've just got, no, we've got a couple more steps yet. Storage. Oh, someone's pinched your bottom. That's rather rude, Catherine. So I'm going to bring my stamping platform in. And again, I've used the double, I can never remember the name of it, debossed double stitched circle dies to cut this out. And because it's a circle, let me just lift that up a little bit. I like to wedge it in the corner there, and then it doesn't go anywhere. And for the sentiments for this one, I'm using the Just Saying Festive Sentiments. And, right, which one shall we use? I'm going to use With Love at Christmas. I think that one's a bit too big. Wishing You a Happy Christmas. We'll use that one. Now then, what colour are we going to stamp it in? So, as you know, with my acetate, we can put it over there and you can just slide your acetate to where you need it. Don't need to worry about getting it straight because it's a circle, so you can move the circle round, but you can get the spacing round the outside with the acetate. So put that down, pick it up, and then just release the acetate off it. Now, do I stamp in black or do I stamp in green? What do you think? Green? Do we think green? Yeah, I think we're going to go with the Rustic Wilderness. So with it being in the stamping platform, you can go back in and stamp again if it's not clear enough. No, which it definitely isn't. So we can go back in. Oh, Sue. Everybody said green and you said red. And I didn't go with your choice of pearl, with gems, did I? One more. It's nice to be different though, Sue. Just holding that in place for the ink to sink into the card. We move that to one side. Move those out the way. Lid on the ink. Acetate back in. Clean my stamp. That's just water that I'm using to clean my stamp. It was nothing personal, Sue. Right, so we're finished with that. So then we just need to add that onto there, and I think that needs to be edged in the green as well. Oh, I thought somebody had pinched your bottom. What's that, wishful thinking? And just be careful because the ink of your sentiment might still be wet. So just go steady with that. Points are a great idea. I love earning my points. So I'm going to raise that up. So I'm going to put that onto glue gel. Put that in the bottom corner. Oops. Getting to the end of my tube. Are you still awake, Georgine? Cooey. Wakey, wakey. And David. So that can go in the bottom corner, and you can see on the layout, Phil's put 3 gems down there. And what I decided I would do is you have all of this waste out of the centre of the aperture. So you can use some of those to go here. glue those in place. Obviously I'll do them straight, and I don't think, I mean, you could fill in some of the gaps in there. That'll just add an extra piece of interest as well. I'll just put a few in there because they need pushing in, because obviously there's a few layers, so you can just get the idea of what they'd look like. I'll decide a bit later whether I want to keep them in there or not, but just so that you can see what they look like. They look rather nice, don't they? And put a couple in there as well. I'm just trying to check that they're the right way up. I think they look rather nice. Still awake? Good. Oops, I've got a bubble on my glue. So I'm using the pickup tool, which is ideal for something like this. Just a little blob of glue. I can't get right over the camera, so I'm trying to look from the side just to make sure they're straight. I think they are. I mean, you could use gems here or anything really. Is there anywhere else that I need some? I think I'll stick these in as well. So put a little bit of glue in there, and you can just press them into place with the opposite end. There we go. Oops. Can't pick it up. Another one in there. You see, you get loads when you cut them out, so why not use them as decoration? Bottom left horizontally. What, across here? Waste not, want not. Yeah, definitely. Across here, Wendy. Some of them are fitting in better than others. Oh, no, that's upside down. Here we go. Oops. You're welcome. I'll put those in afterwards. And I think we've managed to complete the challenge. Let me wipe my glue, dripping all over the place. You say down here? Let's see what they look like. Right, which ones are the right way up? So down there like that. Don't think you can really see them. Or you could possibly have some here. But I think that is my challenge completed. Let's have a look at what we've got. So we've got the white card, we've got the texture die, we've got the sentiment, we've got the gems, background layer that we've stamped, and then we've got the embossed, and then we've got the flowers. So yeah, all sorted. Lower, higher, higher, lower, lower. I'll have a look what they look like in a little bit. Right, so one of you wonderful people are going to be winning this card. It will be winging its way to you. So I'm going to further down, Doreen. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. You're all shouting at me. So you think, oh, down here. You think down there? I think it'd be nice to have some up there and down there, wouldn't it? I'll stick those on afterwards so that I don't keep any of your evening. So let me scroll back up the list to the top to pick the winner, and I'm going to give it a spin. Give it a spin, give it a spin, give it a spin. And I have landed on Janice Lowther. Janice, if you get in touch with Karen, or you can message me privately, I'll get this card in the post to you. Thank you, my lovely. So I hope you've enjoyed this tonight. I hope you can see how you can turn a challenge of just a diagram. And sometimes if your mojo goes, it's nice to look back on these. So if you print them out and save them, you don't know what to do, then you can always look back on these and get some ideas. So you've got till the 31st of October. Oh, you're still awake, David. Yay, you and Georgine both made it to the end. So if you get your card in before the 31st of October, it's not Phil that chooses, it's a random number generator. Shh, don't say too much, Sue. So yeah, go on, give it a go, enter your card, and I look forward to seeing your entries. There you go. I'll leave you with this one, which will be winging its way to Janice once she gets in touch. Janice? Did I say Janice? Lowther. I can't remember. I'm confusing myself. Can't find your name now. I know who it was. Yes, Janice Lowther. Right, there we go. That's the card. Any questions, please message me. Janice, please message with your address. And I will see you lovely people next week. Oh, no, I won't. Not next week. My daughter bought me a spa day, an overnight spa stay. So next Tuesday night I will be in luxury in one of their gowns, lounging on my bed. So not next week, but the week after. Thanks very much. Bye.